Hello there, and welcome back to Mario's Worst Nightmare. I am snomaN. This is episode 2. If you didn't see episode 1, this is a ROM hack of Super Mario World that I created, and so I'm kind of just showing it off. I think this is pretty cool. So, I didn't mention in the first episode, I've edited the entire game. So, we're going to go all the way to Bowser. We're going to fight Bowser at the end, and you'll see that this game definitely gets progressively harder. That was a hidden mushroom that you need to find to get by, otherwise you wouldn't be able to get hurt here. So this is called the Underwater City, and kind of the concept behind it is these are the ruins of an old forgotten city that's underwater, and it says the gorgeous music it once made stays behind. And so it's kind of a neat idea, all the note blocks above the wooden buildings down below. Just kind of a neat concept that I came up with. So we're gonna try and get past here. It's still a water level, so I mean, there's that it's still not the best thing in the world. I died from the fish. I don't know what I'm thinking. Again, if you weren't here last time, we're using save states, which means you hit a button and then you save your game, and then you can reload that game if you die. So it makes this game actually doable. Otherwise, it would be too difficult. It's very hard. My cat is rubbing its face on the microphone. That's what that noise was. Excuse that. Okay, so we're moving right along. Okay. We got the P-switch. I like swimming holding something because you go a lot faster, so that's kind of nice. Okay, so we need to hit this P-switch to make a bridge up here. So we're going to continue on. Okay. Yeah, I don't really care for water levels. I only made a few in this game. I think there's 3, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. On the map there, it's a picture of water, so I at least wanted to be consistent with the map. Okay, now if you go up here, you can hit this P-switch, and then up here there is some 1-ups for you. I throw in a lot of 1-ups just kind of as reward for, finding secrets, and lives, of course, are pretty unnecessary with save states. If you die, you just reload the states. So save states don't really matter, or lives don't really matter, but I just use it kind of as a secret / reward system. So it's just a little Easter eggs. Castle of Decisions. Now, the reason it's called Castle of Decisions, if you did or did not get the yellow switch, that affects how you can do this castle. So this says it's got 2 paths. One's made available by the yellow switch, while the other is if you were lazy. Which one is easier? Find out. And the truth is, they're kind of equal. Without the yellow switch, it's a little harder, but not much. Oops. Obviously you can get all the mushrooms by the yellow switch if you did do that, and you get a feather here. Now this says if you did hit the switch, you can fly to the exit. If not, you must use the feather to take damage and go the bottom route. So again, there's just little different paths. You can see the thing down there that you'd have to hit by doing that with the cape, and I think it is a P-switch. So, but I can just fly because I did the yellow switch. So you'll see in a speedrun, also I mentioned that in episode 1, I want to speedrun this game, and in the speedrun I would not get the yellow switch, so you'll get to see what that looks like without it later on. But oh boy, that was bad. So with this yellow switch now, this makes this part a little easier. You can kind of just slam down like that. But now, as you can see, I've designed this level in such a way that you have to take damage to continue on. Because again, I don't want things to get too easy, so I never give you a power-up or anything unless you gotta get rid of it or you need it to go through an obstacle. So, it's designed that way on purpose. Now, I never knew this when I played Super Mario World, that you could spin jump off of that thing. I didn't know. And there's lots of different things that you can spin jump off of in this game. So that's just something. I mentioned last time, I cannot edit bosses in the program that I use to create this, so bosses are all the same, but that's okay, it's not that big a deal. Okay, so we're moving right along. That was the first world done. We completed the first castle, and you can change the text on these notes too, so I made it a little comical here. It says, after making some tough choices and defeating one of Bowser's minions, Mario stole an egg and decided he'd cook some breakfast before he continued his journey to fight the great Bowser. So, you're saving the eggs, but maybe not for their sake. And that's okay. Mario is pretty evil. So let's go on now. We're into the second world. We're making great progress. This one's called Plain and Simple. Okay, another thing you can spin jump off of are these things. I didn't know that playing originally. Now here's the first secret of this game, the keyhole exit. It kind of shows you that it's right there, but you can't really reach it yet because you don't have any power-ups. You need to oh, I didn't do it right. You need to time this just right so that Yoshi gets some extra points when eating things to grow there. And that's what this tells you. It says, you know, stand still, let the food come to you. It only takes 3 meals if you time it right. Now, normally, you would need the green switch. You can see the outline of the green switch here to reach these up here. But if you time it just right, and I don't know if I can do it, but you can jump off that and then jump off of Yoshi, and there is a way, it's very close, to get that shell, and you can even, I think I've done it before, where you can even get the mushroom. I can't do it right now, but it is kind of pixel perfect where you can get that, and that means you can get the secret without getting the green switch, so that's kind of nice. In a speed run, though, that's not really effective because the shortcut is not really faster than the other way, so it's just kind of a fun little extra thing you can do to try and break the game a little bit. Okay, so we're in this little maze. You need the shell all the way to the end here to get out, and then you need to get hurt and then jump on Yoshi here, and that's what this block says. Have you brought Yoshi with you? You need him. It says get hurt and then use this blocks to catch him. So these boxes are all meant, you know, to give hints and help you get by. Of course, you just needed Yoshi for a jump. That's all he's good for. Okay, now I gave another cape here. So again, you're gonna need it to fly, but you'll have to lose it later on. So we're gonna fly here. You got to avoid the other cape dudes. Oh, I messed up. That's okay. We can just reload. There is a 1-up up here if you can stay high up top. Yep. So there's a 1-up here if you can get there. So this is the part where you got to lose your cape. You had the power-up while it lasted, but then, you know, then you gotta get rid of it. Okay, so we're going right here. This is an interesting thing, another thing that I did not know about Super Mario World. If you time it just right, you can pick up that block and jump in the same thing, and it's kind of hard, but once you get the timing, it's pretty easy, and that's just, there's lots of things that I learned about Mario World when I made a ROM hack, because there's things you just would not know about the game unless you had to get creative. So, okay, we need that P-switch, and then there you go. Plain and Simple is done. Okay, so we're done with the first level in the second world. Okay. So now we're going to go to the Rough Diamond Mines, and this is where we will unlock the Green Switch Palace. Okay, up here there's some 1-ups if you are feeling fun. I don't know. So again, you need the key here to reach the green switch, so I am going to get that, and we're going to get the green switch. And then I think we're just going to take the secret path to show off as many levels as we can. So, because to get to the green switch, to get to the keyhole exit here, it's basically at the end of the level. So you'll have seen the majority of this level, you know, by seeing the green exit. So that's okay. We'll just take the exit and then go back to the secret exit in Plain and Simple. I always freak my friends out with this here. They're like, oh no, you're not going to make it, and then there's a green spring there to throw you off. Now this thing says, now's time where you must choose between a key and a beetle shell, the shell that I just kicked off the screen. The beetle's needed if you aren't using the keyhole exit, so if I didn't grab the key at the beginning, wow, I made that look, again, much easier than it is. That's normally very difficult. You got to jump the bullets to reach that keyhole. But you would need the beetle to open up the tube to the end of the level if you didn't get the key. Okay, so this is called Jade Maze Chamber. If you didn't know the correct path, you know, you would have to trial and error, basically. This is interesting. If you fall down this hole, you're stuck. Like, you can't get out, and Sucks, but it's meant there on purpose. So you need this P-switch. You gotta carry on here through. And so this is kind of an interesting thing here. Oh, you know, sometimes I'm a little rusty in my own ROM hack, even though I've made it. So you're like, okay, I'll hit the P-switch, and then it's just good to go. Oh, but then it makes this little maze you gotta go through, and I just think that's kind of fun. Okay, so we have opened the green switch. We are moving right along. We're making some good progress. I'm gonna go open up the secret exit in Plain and Simple, and then we'll go ahead and end this episode. But we've already got 2 switches down. We're halfway through the second world. I think this is pretty good. I have no idea when I'm gonna speed run this how long it's gonna be. I have no idea. So part of the fun in the runs is creating the first splits, and splits are how long it takes to make certain complete certain levels. And so it'll be interesting to see how long it really takes. So see, now you have the green switch, so you can reach that top. I've placed these blocks in a way that you can't get a feather out of them, otherwise, you know, you could get a feather. So you need the mushroom and this shell to get the key, because what you gotta do is jump down here, you gotta get hurt, and then use that shell to open up the blocks, and then put the key in the hole there. So fun little puzzle to open up the secret. Now, on the next episode, we're going to check out Lyrical Labyrinth. It's another water level. Not my favorite, but that's okay. It's part of the fun. So I hope you enjoyed. I'm snomaN. Please, you know, like and favorite and subscribe and all that fun stuff. If you enjoyed this, we're going to do some more episodes. So stay tuned. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.